Today, for the Bitcoin price with DaVinci J15, we will talk about the probably most apocalyptic scenario for the Bitcoin price right now, with a price target of incredible 3,800 US dollars. But with DaVinci J15, we will also talk about the most important support level right now, which is going to merge with the most important price level in the Fibonacci retracement ratios. We will talk about all of that because that can save us from that apocalyptic scenario. And also, even more important, towards the end of the video, we will talk about gold. You know, DaVinci is the biggest gold expert in crypto space. Actually, most of the people say that. Many people say that Peter Schiff isn't it, but DaVinci J15 is it. And we will talk about gold, the past performance, and also the probable future performance, and DaVinci's thoughts on that, and why Bitcoin might perform even much better. Guys, you do not want to miss out on that, so make sure you take a seat, make sure you smash up the like button right now. And that being said, we want to come to the most important question of today. DaVinci J15, how are you doing today, my man?
I'm doing great, man. I'm looking forward to the end of this bearish cycle. Honestly, it's really depressing, right? Watching prices go down, telling everybody how you got to short the market whenever it rallies. I don't want people shorting. I want people going long. Don't you?
Exactly. With shorts, it's the story. Like, Bitcoin is a long-term growth asset. Shorting is on average much more risky than longing. And also shorting, like, your upside is 100% because zero is the bottom. But with longing, the upside is the moon. That's so much further away than zero, than the ground. So, yeah, I mean, longing is much better, and we all want this bearish momentum to stop, to take advantage of the real growth in the Bitcoin space. So let's pull up the charts and let's see what's going on for Bitcoin right now. We are still bearish, but yeah, DaVinci, maybe you have some answers to us. Maybe like there is some upside in the future. What are your bearish price targets, and what has to happen for us not to see that yeah, apocalyptic scenario?
Well, honestly, I draw this AB equals CD on the 4 hour on the daily here, and I'm like, no, because it's like, are you kidding me? No, come on. No, you can't do that to us, man. That's $3,800. I mean, really? No, come on. No.
So what's the likelihood of that? Is this really going to take place, or under what circumstances this is going to happen, and what are the support levels actually below us which can prevent us from that horrible scenario?
Well, let's talk about this a little bit more before we go into what can possibly stop this from happening. What I don't like is that I would have liked this retracement to come back up here a little bit more. It didn't happen. That's what it is. The price action is the price action. We have to live with it, whatever we get, and then draw out our plan of attack. And as you can see, we didn't get up to the 38.2, which is the 8,000 level. That's not very good. That means we're probably going to break this bottom level. This is a higher probability that we're going to break the bottom. I was hoping there is still a chance that we come down and then bounce off the bottom level. But if we break the low, it doesn't matter what the next bounce does. We're coming back to break it. So let's not hope $6,519 level, but you know, and I don't see us bouncing before that, unfortunately.
Wow.
This is definitely a bearish cycle here that we're going through. We have to put through a lot of the bullish people in a lot of pain before we turn things around.
I mean, DaVinci, I can already feel so much pain, but let's go to the 6,500 US dollar level again. Looking at the previous bear market, we can see so much support, not only on the VPVR, only on the monthly candles. We had it in one of our last videos. So do you think that 6,500 is actually not going to hold and the price is going significantly lower, maybe even below the 6,000 US dollar levels?
Yes, definitely. It would have been nice. As you can see, the point of control with the VPVR, if we were to, why is the point of control there? Point of control is right at the 8,300 level. And if it would have got back in there, that would have been a higher probability that we had to go higher. but we didn't do that, right? Let's see here. I would say that we have to come all the way back down to the 5,400, but let's go over to this chart here. And as you can see, the 200 daily moving average is moving up
Weekly.
to quickly, yes, to the
No, weekly.
to the
Weekly.
78.6.
The 200 week moving average,
Sorry,
right?
200 weekly. Sorry, this is weekly, not daily. 200 weekly average is moving up to the 78.6 to the $5,400 level. And if we can converge price and the weekly at those levels, that would be the epic bounce of the century.
So that might be, I mean, that can still take a little bit of time. Looking at this, it's like it can
Because
take many weeks actually until the price gets there and until the 200 week MA gets there, right?
Yeah, I would say see where I have this line. I can't remember why I put this line here. I think, oh yeah, because I was measuring the amount of time in the bear market we have until left for the bear market on an average basis. And so this was the end of the bear market is where I marked it. This is where this weekly is the end of the bear market. I should write that down. But anyways, yeah, this is the end of the bear market. I predict, and so that comes right here. So I think we might be converging to this point, or somewhere around in this area, just general area, is where we could see a turn in the market. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Maybe 8 weeks. I know that's an eternity for the young investors out there who think that all their investments that they buy should go straight up in one direction and immediately. But 8 weeks for a bear market to end, that's not a long time actually. Yeah, if you're trying to pay rent with Bitcoins, yeah, it can be a long time. But if you're just hodling, yeah, it's nothing in the grand scheme of things.
So let me put that together. What you are saying is the AB equals is pointing out a price level of $3,800. However, the 200 weekly is increasing week by week, and also is going to converge with the 78.6 at $5,400. And these two support levels, the weekly moving average and also the 78.6, are, when they are merging together, a very strong bounce signal, a support area which is very strong. And then you can see when the Bitcoin price is not going below before, or when they are emerging, then this might be a heavy bounce signal, and that might also be the signal for the end of the bearish trend. Let's call it the heavy bearish trend, and the Bitcoin price is going to bounce there probably somewhere in February, still way before the halving, and then the price is going to the upside for good, right?
Exactly. I mean, it's not going to be like probably we might either get, I don't think we're going to get something like this. I don't see it happening. I think this is going to be either it's either going to be a one-time test, and then it's going to be a V bottom and then sideways action, right? And then create a W here, and then we're off to the races. Other than that, or we could just V bottom out and come over 7,600, right? Because this level here, where we're in, is the buying zone for all the people who want to hodl until like kingdom come. You are buying Bitcoins at an extreme discount.
And this is exactly what I want to use right now as a future point of reference. Also, 6,400 / 6,500 US dollars is the exact price level. I will still myself also remain a little bit more on the bullish side unless we are breaking down. We covered that in our last video also, because the candle body bottoms on the monthly were actually also, like, you had 10 candle body bottoms forming this 6,400 US dollar support. And I mean, we had a heavy bounce already at 6,500 US dollars. Unless we are not breaking that to the downside, actually we would still remain on the side that might be the local bottom. Just for future reference, maybe I'm wrong. I hope not that I'm wrong, because we are Moonboys here at MMCrypto. But Da Vinci, thanks for pointing that out. And I mean, with every downside there comes an upside as well. So I'm not too bearish about your prediction. Thank you so much for that. It was actually very insightful. Is there anything else you would like to share about Bitcoin? Maybe your own game plan, how you are planning to play that game before we go into the gold section?
Yeah, sure. I'm looking at this and I'm noticing a little bit of a pattern here with the 50 EMA on the week, not EMA, the moving average. You can see there was, I believe there was a cross here, one of the averages around this area before we actually took off. And look at this. This is interesting. We're trying to hold the 50 EMA on the weekly. This would be interesting. This is an interesting battle. I mean, if we lose this, right, we're down here, and tests of the 50 EMA might be proved as upwards tests as a way to short the market, because you can see here the 50 EMA acted as support, then it failed support, and then resistance up here. You can see how the market tried to come back into the 50 EMA and then said, nah, I'm done. It might do the exact same thing. It tried to come back into the 50 above the 50 EMA, and it might be, nah, I'm done. Let's just see how this plays out over the weeks. If we wanted to take a trade here, we'd have to go to lower time frames, because I don't see anything on the 4-hour, on the dailies, of course. But let's see on the 4-hour first. Yeah, we are oversold on the 4-hour. That's just a good thing. We came back only to the 50%, and yeah, we just need to break above. If you wanted to take a long, you would have to break above this. There's a breakout trade there. If we break above the 13 EMA, just right now, as we stay below the 13 EMA, I don't see any kind of trade, long trade. I think the long trade is a little bit scary, a little bit harder to take, but the harder the trade is, the more reward it is. Yeah, if you wanted to take any kind of long trade, I suggest you sell it at the 61.8. There's no chance that this is going to break. Well, I wouldn't say no chance, but there's always a chance.
I just wanted to say. You said low chance. Low chance.
It's a low chance that this thing is going to go break higher after this breakdown. But hey, you know what? There is a possibility, because we do have the 200 moving average up here that it likes to really back test on a downtrend, but it doesn't have to right away. So keep that in mind. Let's see here. I would say, looking at the trade, I would not be going a little short here at all. Forget it. Not a chance. You'd have to look for a long, and right now I'm not seeing anything. I would wait for a shorting opportunity instead, because I'm like, let the market come to me kind of guy, right?
Exactly. So yeah, thank you so much for that. And can we maybe share that also with our people in the Telegram group? I mean, everyone who is not in there, we have a link in the description and also in the pinned comment. You just go there, you click it. It's a free Telegram group, and we usually always share all the trading setups there with you. It's for free. It will always be for free. Everything you have to do is just click the link and join the Telegram group.
Yeah, so here, this would be my trade, and I think the 78.6 is a nice comeback area to retest and get the bulls all, yeah, we're going higher, and really make them pay. So yeah, this is where I'd be setting the my sell order here, and we can share that with the whole group, Telegram group.
Huge family actually already. Nearly 12,000 people in the English group, like 2,000 something in the German group. Then we have an alerts channel. DaVinci is going to open his own alerts channel. So if you don't have Telegram, just download it. It's a free app. It's probably the best messenger you can find out there in the world, in our opinion. Like, it's free. It's not sponsored. We just like the app. So that would be actually great. Also, DaVinci, you said that you want to talk about gold. You want to pull up the past performance. You want to talk about what you think is going to be the future performance of gold, and yeah, also you want to tell the people why you think that Bitcoin is going to perform better than gold. Before we do that, DaVinci, just a few seconds. You have nothing to do with that topic, but I want to share that with the people out there who are talking about that. You remember maybe that we on our channel, we had a sponsor, and this sponsor, after some research, also some people reached out to us, some people were not happy with it. We made a little bit more research about that, and we have to say, some things seem a little bit shady about that. That's why we took this video private and also another video private. We want to be 100% transparent. That was a sponsorship. We disclosed it in the video. We set it 2 to 3 times per video. With our words, and also in the pinned comment and in the description of the video we disclosed that it's a sponsorship. We have the proof. You can just go back. A few thousand people saw it, so of course we disclosed it. But nevertheless, if the project itself is a little bit shady, we want to be honest and we want to take it off, not to promote them anymore. So that was about this company here, and you can see also like we disclosed everything, but even that, like, we have to be honest, we should have done a little bit better research. If there is only one small little red flag, that should already be a reason not to take them as a sponsor. So on their website, they were saying like within the last 12 months, we had 120% of profit, and that's why from past performance we predicted 12% return, and this is actually not so legit, taking the past performance as an indicator for future results, and like having maybe some newcomers thinking, oh, I invest my money and I can get 12%. So we thought that is not like the most legit thing to do, and that's why we took it offline. We only got an upfront payment. We never had a referral agreement with them, even though there was a referral link in the description down below. But we just want to tell you, we didn't take it private because we want to censor anything. We just didn't want to promote it any further. Also, we just refunded them another amount of money for the next sponsorship. We got it already like 2 weeks ago, but we are not willing to promote them any further, guys. So yeah, we hope you forgive us. That was like a small little mistake because they seem a little bit shady. We shouldn't have onboarded them as a sponsor in the first place. But yeah, you know how it is. We really need this kind of sponsorships to buy the equipment and stuff, because sponsorships is everything we have. So yeah, thanks for your attention. And Da Vinci, what are your thoughts about gold, about the gold performance, and about the future performance, and especially the connection to Bitcoin right now?
Yeah, well, I was really honest with you, and all the different YouTube channels that have also done the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Really appreciate that as a viewer, to every single channel that support, that realizes their mistake and doesn't continue to make them mistakes, right? Yeah. So with that said, gold, the oldest altcoin on the planet. So I talked
not a shitcoin though.
Exactly. I talked about older coins not performing as well on my YouTube stream today, and this is one coin that will not perform as well as Bitcoin, of course, and most other altcoins that are coming out that are newer. But if you feel that, hey, you know what, this Bitcoin space is not for me, I don't get it, I can't call somebody for support if I lose my keys. There is another alternative here that allows you to take possession of the asset directly and still give you a decent set of returns, right? That's above inflation, and that is gold. And here you can see over the last 20 years, gold has performed on average across all currencies 10%. Now, I've done a video where I talked about inflation and how much it really is. It's really at 6%, averaging about 6% per year, not the 2-3% that they're telling us. And so you're definitely seeing a profit by holding gold over the last 20 years. But I think the next 20 years is going to be like astronomical amounts of profits, because the average institution can actually, most of the major institutions can actually get into this and buy this up, and you can see some serious gains once the euro starts to clap first, right? Because that's going down first, right? Unfortunately, the dollar will be a lot stronger, so wherever you are, we might see gold perform relatively not as well as other currencies. You can see that the Great British Pound has gotten whacked a lot of times by gold, right? Quite a few times. So if you're in Europe, if you're in Great Britain, I suggest you start buying a lot more gold than you normally do. But But yeah, I mean, gold, right, protects you with, and there's no chance, absolutely no chance of it going to zero. Absolutely none, right? Because gold can be used for other things, right? Whilst Bitcoin was designed for just money. Now, this is an interesting thing. You can see this chart here. It shows you all the currencies that have gone to zero. So I suggest you, I hope you have some gold, Chris. Do you have gold?
Actually, I sold gold in 2013, I guess.
What's wrong with you?
I sold it at the current price level, so that was not all too bad.
Okay, alrighty, alrighty.
And
All right,
afterwards,
I'll
I
let you
invested
go.
in Bitcoin. So I mean, I could have held it, but I was young and I just thought like I made like 60% gains in a year or so, or 50, 40, I don't know. Like it was the huge run up. So
Yeah,
I was
exactly.
getting
So
nervous and I was so young.
yeah, I get it, I get it. But you know what? It's definitely, I think, should be a part of your HODL portfolio.
Yes.
Some gold, right? And yeah, because you can see a lot of currencies have gone to zero, right? You can see that the German mark has already gone to zero twice in the last 100 years, and it's just gotten crushed, right, by gold prices over the last 100 years as well. The second, the third mark, the Deutschmark, and actually, you know what? Actually, that's zero now because if you have a Deutschmark, what's that worth, really?
You can still exchange it to euros. But yeah,
Really?
I get your
Yeah.
point. Yeah. They are still changing it to euros, as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, I did not know that. I thought they were like cut those things off, but after like 20 years, really, after 20 years, they can just still convert it.
Maybe, yeah, maybe I'm wrong. People can let us know in the comment section. But at least a few years ago, I still heard that you can exchange it.
Oh, okay, interesting. That's very interesting to
But
know.
maybe I'm
But
wrong.
yeah, you can see that the gold has crushed every currency in the last 100 years. So don't expect, you could expect that one thing for sure, that every single currency that's out there is going to zero.
Yes, because every single currency, talking about fiat currencies, it's always like produced by a central authority like the Federal Reserve, like the European Central Bank, and their incentive is, of course, to inflate the money, to inflate the countries with their own printed currency because they want to keep the system alive. And the only reason, the only way to keep the system alive is pumping more money in it, because when they stop pumping, there will be an explosion. Pumping more money into it will just extend the explosion to a later point of time, but the explosion will be eventually much higher and much bigger. So, of course, guys, you want to prevent yourself of being a victim of that. You want to be holding assets like gold, maybe even silver and stuff, like, and especially Bitcoin. We are here on the MMCrypto channel today, so especially Bitcoin. Thank you so much, Da Vinci. Thanks for sharing that with us. It really gives us the bigger picture, and especially in that downtrend, it's very good to remind ourselves why we are here for. We are not here for to catch the bottom at 6,400, 5,400, 3,000, 3,800. That is not why we are here for. We want to be holding Bitcoin to prevent ourselves of being a victim of the flawed financial system, right?
Exactly, exactly. Because, yeah, you know what? Honestly, you mentioned how if they stop printing, it would be an explosion. Actually, it's an implosion. Because what would happen is all the money gets sucked away. Because the way it works is that money gets printed when you go into debt and destroyed when you pay off your debt. And so if everybody started paying off their debt, there'd be no money. And so that would create an implosion in the financial system. And whilst printing money would create an explosion of money into the financial system. So they don't want the implosion because that would mean if you have euros underneath your mattress, that would go up in value, right? Whilst the money in your bank account would go down. And so because anybody who has money in the bank account would just disappear because the bank would disappear. And so only real cash would have value.
Yeah.
And they can't have that. Right? They just can't have that.
That's true. That's true. Wow. It's just nice to realize that the biggest amount of value was towards the end of the video. So everyone who sticked here with us, yeah, you got rewarded. Be happy about that. We are happy about you staying until the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching, guys. And Da Vinci, do you have anything last to say before we wrap up today's episode?
Yes, always play from a position of strength. That's why I'm correct.
Oh, can you repeat? The connection was broken. Just the last
Okay,
word.
yeah. Always play from a position of strength, right? That's why I always let the market come to me so I don't get wrecked.
Yes, do not get wrecked, guys. Thank you so much for watching. And also, there's an affiliate section in the comment and in the pinned comment and in the description down below. Also, the Bybit link, you get now $90 for free, $70 to cover your fees, and $20 to cover your margin. If you think the fees are too high, just like use the funds for the fees, and then afterwards you stop trading if you want. Then you have the fees for free. So thank you so much for supporting us. Also, thanks for watching. Thanks for smashing the like button, hitting the subscribe, ticking the little bell, and we will see each other very soon at the next one of MMCrypto. And as always, guys, as always, bye bye.